And in this video, I will be talking about ADF tool, which is in Azure service, which is a part of Azure service. Okay, so first, before going to the tutorial, I would like to introduce my channel, that is GeekCoders. Here, I have uploaded many videos on Spark, Python, SQL, Snowflake, and so on. Okay, if you can see here, we can we can a playlist of we have a playlist of SQL interviews, questions, Snowflake, SQL interview series, Go language, NumPy, Pandas, and so on. So if you are interested, then you can go and watch it out. And I hope you will love it. Okay. And if you like it and if you love it, you can share with your friends so that everyone will get benefited. So moving forward, I will open portal. Okay. This is the portal, portal.azure.com. You have to open and then you have to sign in with your ID. Okay. Now, if I go back here, we have two things. We have start with an Azure free trial which have $200. Okay, USD dollars we have it. And second one is access student benefit. If you are a student and if you have a college mail ID, then you can use your college email ID to get benefited of $100 $100. Okay, so I chosen this because since I have my college ID, so I chosen this. And you have to verify your email ID. I mean, you have to verify your college email ID by giving by giving your email ID over here. Okay, then if I go to my subscription, so okay, this is a portal homepage, and if I go to the subscription, then here we will be having nothing now. So I have to create a subscription. So it is checking for my offer eligibility. So it will, like, we have three offers, that is pay as you go. I have to pay, and free trial, this is not for me. And then I choose for Azure for student. So if I go to select offer, then let's see what it pop up. So again, I have to sign in, I guess. Let's see. Agree, agree, sign up, yes, submit. Okay, it is taking some time. Let's see. It's done, I guess. Then if I go to the subscription, let's see what does it do. Okay, so see, we have a Azure for student subscription over here, and the cost, and we have a $100. Sorry, $100. Okay, in our wallet, we can say. Right now, this is a subscription, and we have one tenant also over here. If I go to this, we have a tenant. Directory ID is this. Okay, and if I go to home page, and now this is the subscription. Under one subscription, under under a subscription, we can create a multiple resource group. What does it mean? you know like, in a simple term, if we can say that we have a folder, under that we have a subfolder, many subfolders, right? And in each subfolder we have multiple files, we can say. Okay, like that. So if I open this Azure for student subscription, you can see we can see resource groups and resources. So resource groups is a kind of subfolder. Okay, now if I go to this plus option, now we have to choose our subscription. Since we have only one subscription, so I choose an Azure for student, and here I have to pass the resource group name. So I will pass, let's say, GeekCoders only. And now we have to choose the region where we have to deploy our resource group or resources. So I have chosen East US. We can choose and then review plus create button. It's passed, and then go to, I mean, click on this create button. It's deployed. Now, see, I have created one resource group over here, and under this resource group, we can create multiple resources. So, if I click on this Geek Coder, I mean resource group, now we have, you can see a plus option over here. Okay, so we can create multiple resources like Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, Azure SQL Database, and so on. Okay, so first I would like to create Azure Data Factory for you guys. So I have to write here Data Factory. So Data Factory, go to this create button. See, it is already chosen. So since we have only one subscription, so we have to choose Azure for for student subscription. Resource group we have only one. So I have given Geek Coders only. Now we have to give the ADF name. So what I will write here, I will write ADF Geek Coders. Okay, and then this is East US. Oh, okay, East US only, right? East US only we have chosen this. Okay, so 1 minute. If I go back to my resource group, I have to see in which region I have created my resource group. East US only, right? Okay, so I will go to again and I will check for data factory and go to this create button, East US. So see, wherever your resource group is present, it is recommended to to deploy your resources in the same region. Okay, that's why I just, I just checked in which region I have created my resource group. So I will write here ADF geek coders. Okay, version 2 recommended. Then I will go to this git configuration of option over here. I will choose this later. I will do it later. Networking, no. Advanced, no. Tag, no. And then go to this create button. So it takes some time, at least 2 to 3 minutes, to deploy the ADF into the service, we can say. Okay, yeah, that's done, I guess. So if I go back to the home page, and if I go to this data factory open over here, it should give us, yeah, so this is my ADF geek coders. Okay, and if I open it, then what do I do to do? I have to click on this button. Now, what does ADF means? ADF is a Azure Data Factory tool. The full form is Azure Data Factory. So it is an orchestration tool. Okay, and what can we do using this ADF tool? is, we can copy the sources. I mean, we can copy data from multiple sources from one place to different place. Okay, like ADLS to ADLS, database to ADLS, ADLS to blob, S3 bucket to blob, and so on. Okay, so, and we can schedule our jobs using multiple triggers option over. We have it like schedule trigger option. We have it tumbling window option. We have it, and event based trigger also we have it in in our ADF, and then we can do our ETL kind of things also. Okay, using ATF, like we can clean the data, we can filter out the data, and then we can schedule our Azure Database jobs using ADF, and we can do multiple things. Okay, like so. This is the ADF portal. Okay, if I go to this pipeline option, this is the author option, this is the monitor, and this is the manage option. You can see we have a pipelines, we have a data set option, data flows, and power query. So data set pipelines, we create a pipeline. I mean, we create a job. In a simple term, we can say we create a job. Data set means we choose what kind of data we have to deal or we have to play. Data flow is a like a flow of data. Okay, where we clean, where we filter, where we do multiple operations. Okay, then power query is related to uh, what we can say Power BI, not Power BI. It's a power query which is used in Power BI to do some operation. Okay, now this is the monitor operation. I mean monitor tab, monitor page. Here we can see the uh, here we can monitor our jobs, whether it is running or not running, how many jobs have been failed, how many jobs have been succeeded. Okay, these all. And then we have this manage uh, tab over here, and you can see here we have a link service option over here, integration runtimes, Microsoft purview, git configuration, ARM templates, triggers, and so on things. So see, whenever you have whenever you want to you know connect to a server or a machine, you have to create a link service. So link services means creating a connection between the sources or with the sources. Okay. Once we create the connection, then we have to choose which type of data we want to fetch it. For an example, if we have a ADLS, then in ADLS we have multiple files like CSV files, Excel files, Parquet, ORC, Avro, and so on. Now we want to choose what kind of file we want to fetch it from the ADLS. So in order to do that, we have to create a data set. Okay, so we will talk about this in later video. So I just giving you the overview. So if I go to this plus option over here, if I create a new pipeline, then you can see we have a multiple activities like move and transform, copy data from one place to another. We have Databricks. We can schedule our Databricks jobs over here, and then we have a data lake analytics. Okay, then in general we have append variable, execute pipeline, delete the pipeline or delete variable. Then we have a get metadata to fetch the metadata of the table or a file. Then we have a lookup activity, we can call a stored procedure, we can call a script, and so on. Okay, now if I go here, we have a iteration and conditional filter option for each option, if condition, and on and so on. And then in the Power Query, we have a Power Query, Power Query tool. We have it. Okay, so we will talk about this in a future videos. So I hope you have and okay, one more thing. So if I go to here, mm, here you can see we have a git configuration over here, so we can configure our git using from if I discard it, then you can save your this code into a repository. Okay, we have two options over here, DevOps Git and GitHub. I will talk about in future videos how we will do it. Okay, so I hope you guys have liked this video, and if you understood something from this video, please do share with your friends. And moving forward, maybe tomorrow, one day after tomorrow, I will upload a new video on this, and I will be talking about how to get a link service, and how to get a copy activity using link service and data set in portal. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today.